So this is what I did to stop feeling guilty for something that I did. Real simple. I took a deep breath and I asked myself, do I regret doing it? 2 options to answer, yes or no. I said no. The regret went away. Let me explain, but first, welcome to the channel. My name is Albert Lopez. If this is the first time that you're here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for the support, thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. Let's get started. Let me explain what I mean about regret and guilt. See, sometimes what happens is, well, let me tell you a story first and then I'll explain it. What happened is that my son came over yesterday with his girlfriend, and she's wonderful. She's they're both great. She's wonderful. My son's great. They're youngsters, and she's so nice and so just respectful and loving, and she loves our fur babies, that when she came in, Sweet Cheeks, my Rottweiler, was really excited to see her, and she was starting something that she never does. Starts barking and getting all close to her and wagging her nub and just shaking her tail. And she went as far as doing something just like a little kid, like, oh my God, they never do that. Something that she never does. I could say she jumped on her, but I was able to kind of stop her and push her away. Gently, of course. But enough to where she wouldn't disrespect my son's girlfriend. And she was hopping around. She's way out of line. Now, she's just excited to see her because she doesn't see her very often, and she's so nice. And after I kind of corrected Sweet Cheeks, my female Rottweiler, I gave instructions to my son's girlfriend on what to do next time she comes in. I go, you know what? Just basic instructions. Just when you come in, don't feel bad, but walk in and just ignore her. No touch, no talk, no eye contact. Just walk in. Even if she's sitting there, just nudge her away as you're walking towards her. You could use your knee, you could use your leg, just to kind of just not push her, not shove her, not kick her, just kind of nudge her away, just to let her know that you demand space. Then once she's calm and she's sitting down and she's in chill mode, if you want, then you can go ahead and give her attention. But if you don't want to give her attention, don't feel that you have to, just out of love for my son and us and her. She's not going to feel bad. You don't need to talk to her. You don't need to tell her hello, nothing. She's just happy that you're here, and she's happy she's here. So just no big deal, you know. But that's kind of the order of event. And why I'm asking you to do this, or suggesting that you do this, is so she learns to respect your space. So every time that you come, she doesn't do this. She doesn't jump on you or make you feel uncomfortable or crowd you, or she shouldn't do that. She shouldn't be sniffing. And I'm not always going to be here maybe to correct her. And my son's so excited that you're here that he's going to forget to correct her. Then you have to deal with an excited Rottweiler, you know. So this will help her learn that you also, like everybody else here, needs their space and respect. That was it, right? She was like, okay, cool, thanks, whatever. Later on, I'm driving, minutes later, and it hits guilt. Questioning the result, questioning the outcomes. I start thinking, man, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. What if she kind of took it the wrong way, or felt bad or sad or anything negative? I don't want to make her feel like that, but my window's down, getting kind of hot. What if my son felt like, oh, Dad, why'd you have to say anything? Just, you know. And then it's just the guilt. I just started feeling this energy of guilt, this wave of guilt. Like, man, I just should have just kept my mouth shut, say less, Al. And I was like, wait a minute. I go, this was a conversation that I had with my son like a few weeks ago. And identifying whether it's guilt or regret. If it's regret, you shouldn't have done it. That's your conscience correcting you, saying, no, you shouldn't have done it. And during that time of regret, you'll be punished by the loss of time. Take away time. You won't be able to be productive during the hours of regret, during that time of regret, because you knew you shouldn't have done it. Now, when I initially like, oh, I'm gonna teach her how to do this, just so she, she doesn't have to go through this issue with the dogs, right? My conscience instantly told me, like, I'm consistently just listening to my conscience guided life, right? Said, yeah, tell her. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't question it and say, well, no, because look, she might get like this, he might get like that, they're maybe in a hurry, I'm wasting their time. I asked my conscience said, go ahead, go now. I was like, okay, cool. So that's why I had that doubt, like, no, I knew this had to be done. So then I asked myself, I was sitting at a red light and I was like, okay, do I regret saying anything? Before I finished asking the question, I said it out loud. I was here by myself. I said, no, I don't regret it. Not one bit. Not a drop of regret. I know I should have done it. Then you listen to your conscience. You probably would have regretted not saying anything. You've been like, oh, that was a coachable moment. I didn't say anything. My conscience told me to do it. I did it. I was feeling guilt. Starting to feel guilt. No, it was there. It was full there. So I asked myself, like I said, do I regret it? No. Okay, cool. So then what happened? The guilt was coming in from my ego. The guilt was coming in on questioning the result. Questioning what was the result? Everyone said, okay, cool, and walked away, went about their business. They went into the hallway, into the room, and went over here, did the thing, put their stuff down, got whatever they were gonna get, and they left. And that was it. What was the result? The unknown. Did they talk about it? Did they say something? Did Cam apologize my son apologized for saying something? Was she upset? My ego was saying, what if you messed up? What if you shouldn't have said something? Now you've done it. You should have just kept your mouth shut, because it didn't want me to feel the possibility of uncomfortableness. It didn't want me to feel the possibility of making him feel some type of way. Either one of them, my son or his girlfriend. The ego was telling me that. Now my conscience an hour ago said, coachable moment. Do it. You're the man of the house. Teach him how to be respected by one of your fur babies. I listened, I did it. But like I said, the ego came in and was saying, what if they're mad? What if they're upset? What if you mess things up? What if you even caused them to argue? And that was the guilt. Questioning the result, questioning the outcome. My ego was making me question the outcome. They didn't hop up and down and give me hugs and say, wow, that's great coaching. Thanks, Albert. Dad, you're awesome. Oh my gosh, here's a freaking prize. Here's this. Dad, thank you for taking the time. That's what the ego wanted me to feel. But the fact that they just grabbed some papers they needed and some keys and they took off, the ego's like, hey, you didn't get a prize. You probably messed things up. That's where the guilt was coming from. Questioning the outcome. When I rewound it and watched it again, well, first of all, I asked myself, do I regret it? Not do I feel guilty? No, because that's coming from the guilt. That's coming from doubt. That's coming from a lack of trust, lack of faith, lack of discipline. So then when I put myself on check and turned on my discipline again, looked over to my discipline side, I said, no. A disciplined person may have to re-ask this question. Take the time to ask myself, do I regret it? No. Then it was the right thing to do, because you listen to your conscience. And like I said, like within 2 to 3 seconds, the guilt feeling just went, it deflated. I almost turned around and told my ego, look, I don't need you right now. I don't need you to make me feel any type of way. I don't need you to question the outcome. I don't need to question the result. I don't need you to question anything right now. I know I overused you the first half of my life. And every now and again you pop up because especially if it's like a new set of characters or a new thing that you haven't interacted with for a long time. And the ego's like, hey, I got this. I know everything. I know more. I could tell you I'm the know-it-all. And I was like, nah, go sit over there in the ego section and I'll call on you when I need you. I'm living a conscience-guided life. I listened to my conscience. My conscience said, here's a coachable moment. Do it. I did it. It passed. I questioned a little bit. Let me see. Do I regret it? No. then we're good. So, ego, over there. Appreciate you standing up and saying, hey, if you need me, I'm here. But I don't need you. I'll call on you when I need you. So try it. I mean, I'm telling you, this is all mindset. This is all change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at change. You got to elevate your mindset, see things differently, coach yourself through these moments. Like, okay, even just knowing, is this guilt or is this regret? Once I figured out what it was, and you have the same situation, you can figure out what it is. Like, wait a minute, no, I don't regret it. I don't regret it. No, not at all. I might not like the outcome. I wish the other outcome, but then wait a minute. It's like, okay, a higher power, source of creation wanted that outcome. Life happens for you, not to you. Did you listen to your conscience in step A? Yeah, you might not like step B, C, D, but if you don't whine and complain and question it, maybe the result you want is going to be F or G. E, F, or G, whatever. You get the point. So which is why it's so important that we cannot complain, we cannot doubt, we cannot, when we're living a conscience-guided life, don't question the outcomes, because it's part of it. If something doesn't go your way, if you're not liking the result, all you say is like, thank you for this. Thank you for this. There's a bigger plan that we can't see. We're too down here on earth, and there's universal stuff going on in the big picture. So all we got to just to double check, was it the right thing? Do you regret it? No, then done. Let the other pieces fall where they need to fall, because ultimately I'm going to get to where I need to get, where I want to get, because life happens for me, not to me. You got any questions? You could drop them in the comments, or if you're interested in mindset coaching, link in the description.